swear to God. You hear that? Yes. My wife has the sprinklers timed to go off right at this moment when I come out here. That's why you hear the sprinkler hitting the side of the shed. I feel like it's like 1960s civil rights movement. I got the fire department spraying me down. I come out of my house, it's like Metal Gear. I can't see the sprinklers. The sprinklers are on. I'm soaked. The sprinklers are on. I can't see them. So now I'm weaving. There's dog shit on the floor. I'm weaving. I got a handful of stuff to bring out here. So I come out here. Naturally, because I have an armful of stuff, I forgot the coffee. So it's back out. Through the fucking maelstrom of sprinklers. What do I need? Infrared goggles or something? So then I go inside. I have to take the flip-flops off. Flip-flops are wet. Yes. To go get the coffee. I come back out here, turn on the camera. No SD card. Yeah, so it's back. I know I stepped in dog shit at this point. I know it. I'm just waiting for that smell to hit you. You know, that initial smell. That horror smell when you step in dog shit. Where you're like, and you kind of brush it off. You go, oh, that's not dog shit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then it just starts to fucking reek. Oh my God. It's like you're spreading peanut butter on bread. When you step in dog shit, it's like you increase the surface area, and then the scent molecules just explode in your nose. Yeah, thank you. Then I come out here again. I go to turn the camera on. No SD card. So yeah, I mean, yes, you're welcome. It's back out. Then it's in the house. I take off my flip flops, tiptoe down the stairs. Don't want to wake up the tenants. Grab the SD card. Come back up. One of my flip-flops is missing. Yes. The dog's chewing on it somewhere in the dark house. In the darkest depths, a catacomb corner of my house. This dog has turned into like the Pink Panther. I can't find him anywhere. I have a dog with the intelligence of like, he's got intelligence. These poodles. Stay away from poodles. They're smart. They're outsmarting me, for Christ's sake. I gotta fucking wrestle my flip-flop out of his mouth every time. I can't hit him. I said, I wish my wife was here to give you the beating of your life, you cocksucker. You fucking cocker spangle. He's half cocker spangle. I want the cocker spangle, okay? Because what I read is the poodle you get with I have a cockapoo. Yes. Cockapoo. You know how many times a day I get asked what kind of dog it is? And I can't even get the word cockapoo past my lips. It's like saying I love you to your wife. I can't even press it past my lips. It's like a meat grinder when it comes out. It's like cockapoo. And then you see the people's faces when you say cockapoo. Like some women are just like all about it, you know. Oh, but you talk to guys and they look at you like you just showed them a bad tattoo. They're like, huh? Oh, nice dog. Like, you know what? I'm at work, and I get the sniper text again on my last 15-minute break. Yeah, the phone vibrates in my pants, and I'm just like. What is it now? What is it now? It's the feeling of dread. I pull it out. We're going to the beach. Now, in this particular instance, I didn't mind. It's 104 degrees out. Look it up. Look it up. We're having a heat wave. I don't have any AC in the house. Yeah, I know. I know. I love how I talk to when you tell somebody you don't have AC. They go, "Oh, I don't know how you can do it." Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just sit there like a loaf. I don't know how you can do it. Like you're beyond a loser. How can you handle that? I don't know what's going on. So anyway, it's 104. I said, you know what? At this point, I'm exhausted. I got news for you. I went to a barbecue the night before. All right? I got fucking hammered. This is just, you know those summer nights that roll one into the other, and it's just you drinking and going to work and drinking and going to work and drinking. And you're like, is any sleep going to happen at some point in my life? So I'm rolling off like a few days of that. So I'm like, at this point, I'm a broken man. I'll go to the beach. It's so hot. I'll just walk into the water like a zombie. Like, you know how sometimes you run into the water because you don't want to feel the cold? You know, and you want to jump in, get your head under, and like, oh, okay, wait for the body to adjust. At this point, at 104 degree temperature, I'm just going to walk toward the shoreline like a zombie and then walk in till I'm in over my head. The car's already packed with the chairs. I leave everything in there. You understand? So I go home. Everybody gets ready. We hop in the car. All right? I drive to the corner store. This time I get the heavy sixer. Of course, like, you understand? Those cans that look like they can be dropped from a B-52 bomber. I don't know what they are. They're like 22s. They put them in a 6-pack now. I'm like, this is unadulterated alcoholic. Whoever's buying this should be taken right to a meeting afterwards. You know, you bought the super heavy sixer, guy. You know, we're all here to help you. Here, have a cigarette, for crying out loud. Because it's better than having that heavy. It's like heroin. You know, that's the great thing about getting off of heroin. They give you like packs of cigarettes. Here you go, fella. Oh. And you just start chain smoking. I don't know. This is the way I imagine it in my head. Anyhow. We get to the beach. And now they have like a rug set up. For fatzos. This is the fatso rug. I tell my wife, well, we're gonna walk on the fatso. My wife says, oh, thank God it's here. They put this like rug out so you can walk across the sand a little easier. And my wife is over, we're talking about 150 feet, 200 foot walk across the beach. This is like you're walking on the beach. What more could you want? Oh, and my wife, oh, thank God they put it out. Like, I didn't know how I was going to do it today. Walk on the beach. Yeah. That's how fat we're getting. So we're walking on the carpet. And you know how you have the beach fence next to you? That wooden fence, that ramshackle fence that's always falling over. It's in every watercolor painting that you ever see. It's the beach fence and it's tilted over to the side. It's the beach fence. So we're walking, and all of a sudden I look back, and my wife already has the chair down in the sand between the walkway and the beach fence. So I turn around and I say, honey, I thought there was something wrong. I said, what happened? You got like a rock under your toe or something? What's going on here? She's like, no, this is where we're going to sit. I said, no, we're not sitting here. This is like... Oh, what? This This is like watching, you go to the movies and you're watching the movie in the aisle. This is exactly what it's like. This is the entrance to the beach. Everybody's walking by, kicking sand, everything like this. She's pitching a tent over here? I said, no. I said, we're not even on the beach yet. You're on the entrance to the beach. What are you doing? Oh, no, we're here. This is perfect. This is where we're going to be. Bah, 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 bah. We got to maintain 6 feet. She pulls out that card. I said, 6 feet? At the beach? Number one, as packed as the beach can get, you can still maintain 6 feet. I've seen the beach so incredibly packed, it looks like Woodstock. And there's still 6 feet between everybody. So finally I say to her, I said, listen, you stay there, I'll be on the beach. Okay? So here we go. I know I don't even care at this point. So I actually walk to where the beach is, set up my chair, pitch the umbrella. So now I'm like stressed out because I'm like, now this is it. This is like fight for days. Silent spell. I abandon her in the sun. How could you do that? How could you leave your son? Ah! You understand? I just put the umbrella in the ground. I threw my chair down. Listen, I got this for you right now. I put the chair down in the middle of college sorority real estate. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay? I mean, I was surrounded by, it looked like that poster from the 80s, hauling ass. I was surrounded by hauling ass posters. Okay? I mean, come on. It was a nice spot. I was surrounded by asshole areolas. I'm in. Sip of coffee. Sip of coffee. Anyhow. So I get in my chair. I pull out the heavy. I had the cooler, thank God. Of course, because I'm the one hauling around 300-pound cooler. Anyhow, I pop open one of the heavy sixes. You understand? And I just pour it right down my throat. The whole entire can. We're talking 22 ounces of glory. Right down my yap. Brain freeze, throat freeze, every kind of freeze you can even imagine. It just went right down. It's sweltering out. You know how an ice cold beer? I pulled out the can. The Rocky Mountains are blue. And I had the Rocky Mountains on there, and they turn blue when they're cold. They were blue. I was like, go, 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 go. Yeah, boop. Yeah. I said, I'm drinking this one away. The first can goes down. I see, now my wife pulls the preemptive strike. You understand? I look over, and her and my son are getting ready to go in the water. I said, oh, that's the way it's going to be? Because she knows I need the sunblock. Yes, I'm under the umbrella. This is the umbrella that was made by, who's the lady that died of radiation poisoning? The famous one. What was her name? Annabella something? I don't know. The bitch was playing with radiation and dropped dead. What was her name? And now she's a hero. Madame Cousseau? What was her name? Yeah, didn't her jaw fall off or something like that? Yes, play with radiation. I'm underneath an umbrella that, for some reason, allows UV rays to pass through it. Yeah. So I'm getting bombarded with radons. So I'm like, listen, I got a pot life of about 10 minutes before. If I don't put the sunblock on, it's over. There's skin peeling off. There's freckles popping up. There's tumors the next day that come flying out. I mean, this is great. You know what? You don't go to the dermatologist because if you have a freckle, they tell you it's skin cancer. I got so much skin cancer, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, go to the dermatologist. Every freckle is a skin cancer. I said, you know what? Skin cancer takes so long to kill you. Fuck it. It's like, yeah, I had skin cancer when I was born. You have fair skin? You basically have skin cancer from the start. Ignore it. Please. But, you know, the legs are popping out of the umbrella. I'm catching fire over here. What are you going to do? She makes a break for the water with the kid because she knows I need the sunblock. Do you understand the strategy involved here? Yes. I'm playing a board game of Risk here. I've never even played Risk. I'm playing Conflict on the NES. Okay? All I can hear is the Vic Toki music. She's moving to the water. I need the sunblock. What do I do now? This is why God is perfect. It's perfect. This is why I love the yin and yang of life. Everything evens out. You get it? As long as your intentions are good, everything evens out. She flocks to the water, okay? Turns out to be a major blunder in her war plan. Because next thing you know, her sister and her brother shows up. And I see him coming down the Fat Man Boardwalk. And I wave him over. Hey, over here. So they come over. A cooler comes over. Umbrellas go on the ground. I mean, we're embedded. Do you understand? Yes. We took the hill. We took the hill. This is where we sit. I turn on the music. For the first time in my life, I'm like, throw on the bachata. Come on, let's get this party started. Here, want a beer? I'm throwing them like hand grenades to my brother-in-law. Grab a beer. Get settled. You understand? Dig your hooves in. Right. Get sand on top of that fungus toenail so nobody can see. Yeah. All right. So here we go. We're dug in now. And I see in the horizon, you know how you see the wavy lines in the horizon on a hot day on the beach? I see my son and my wife start to materialize. And my wife sees what's going on here. And I see the huffy puff face as they walk back to their area by the entrance door. And what happens? This is the coup de grace. Then my son comes over with his chair. His little chair. You know, he has his little chair. He comes walking over like, I'm out of here. The party's over there. That's how I knew my wife wasn't going to talk to me anymore. So finally, my wife has to do the walk of shame, dragging a chair over. Yeah. And I was sitting there like, victory. Yes. Yes. We did it, boys. I felt like doing a Winston Churchill speech. Anyhow. So my wife now is not speaking to me, but she goes on to say one of the most insane things I've ever. Now it's just a tactical move. Now she's going to come and rearrange the whole atmosphere here. That's right. She's basically going to come over here like a dog, lift a leg, and try to piss and dominate the territory. She comes over and she goes. She's relaxed for a second, sitting in a chair, talking to her sister, getting into a good mood. You know, yap, 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 yap. Getting into a great mood, yapping with her sister. And then she says to me, can you make that umbrella any bigger? I'm like, you want me to get a sewing machine? And some cloth? Material? Am I supposed to run to Joann's now, the arts and crafts store? Can I make this umbrella any bigger? I said to her, what does that even mean? And she goes, you know. She goes, move this umbrella next to that umbrella. And I'm like, this is you move an umbrella next to another umbrella, you're not gaining any more shadow space. As a matter of fact, you're jamming everybody closer together. for some reason, in her universe, when two umbrellas come closer together, it generates more shade. I don't know why. I don't know why. Physics change. Anyhow, I'm sitting there, and everybody's settled in now. Except for my son, who's begging me to go to the water already. I said, kid, you don't understand. I got to get 3 of these cans down my throat before I'm even... basically, the ocean to me is the bathroom. Okay? I know. At this point in my life, if I ain't got to take a piss, I ain't going in the water yet. So I got to get 3 of these 6s down my throat before I even think about going to the water. So he's sitting there yakking in my ear. Can we go to the water? Can we go to the water? And then he says to me, Daddy, how many beers are you going to have? And I'm like, hey, keep it down, will you, kid? Dad, isn't that enough beer? He starts saying. And I'm like, hey, will you? I mean, this doesn't sound too good. Jesus. And my wife's looking at me like you're prioritizing beer over your son. And I'm like, So anyway, just in that moment, I look over, and let me tell you something, guys. All right? I don't know how to put this, but I'm going to tell you how I saw it mentally. Okay? We're talking about 21, 22-year-old girl comes out, and the t-shirt comes off. You know the knotted t-shirt? The t-shirt comes off, and the only thing, like this, and it was like, I saw it in slow motion. It was like watching like Dead or Alive. You ever see these volleyball games they have? I don't know what the hell the story is with this game. And all I said to myself in my own head is, like, half getting a buzz on, I said, what a set of bazooms. They were bazooms. They weren't tits. Okay? I don't know what else you guys call them these days. Hooters? Lungs? What do you call them? They were bazooms. Okay? You gotta understand something. She takes off her shirt, these things come out, and I'm like, I gotta tell you right now, I'm not really a tit man, okay? I like the Brazilian build. Big butt, little chest, fine with me. Little beep beeps, fine with me. These things were like an accomplishment in mankind. These were like, I was hypnotized. My son is like, bap, 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 and I'm watching whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I was like, a poinsettia. Isn't that a dog or is that a plant? A poinsettia? A setter. An Irish setter? I was like this. Ding! I mean, so anyhow, and then she turns around. I see the lower back. I said, this poor girl, okay, her lower back. You ever see that they have the 2 dimples right here, and then the lower back muscles, they look like steel cables. Do you understand? From holding up this structure her whole life. And I said, this poor thing. I said, number one, these tits, they got their shelf life of like, she's got another 3 years before they're like hanging to the floor. The kids are tugging on them like they're pulling flags from Double Dare. You understand? These things are going to get annihilated in life. You don't understand what they look like years down the line. They're just like stretch marks, wrinkles. I mean, the sun hits them. Let me tell you something. A set of tits has a real story. I mean, where are we going with this? Anyhow, finally, I'm getting ready to take the piss of my life. I grab my son by the hand. I'm like, let's go. We go in the water. I mean, you want to talk about this waves? You want to talk about irresponsible dad? I got my son in my arms like this. We're in the surf now. I'm getting crashed on by waves. I'm like losing my footing. He's laughing. I'm like, you don't know how close you are to death, kid. I said, one of these barrels hits us. We going over. I mean, you're going out to sea. But, you know, listen, you got to have fun, right? I'm throwing them in the air. We're doing a thing here. Things are a little rough. Finally, I said, let's cool down. I said, let's hang out in the surf area right here. And who comes barreling over to the water? Okay? Oh, it's just these bazooms. Do you understand? And I'm looking at her, and she's going into the water slowly. You understand? Now here's where the real creepazoid comes out. Because I'm like, oh my God, is this really gonna happen? The surf is crashing. She's going in with this bikini top on. What are these bikini tops made out of? Kevlar? They're just going up and she's going into the surf, and I'm like, at this point, I'm calling on Poseidon. I'm like, I'm trying to telepathically make the waves hit her in the chest, because all I want to see is this bathing suit let go, and then, you know. Yeah, I know. I'm not even at this point. I'm not even watching my son. I'm like, oh, bad dad moment. But all I could focus on was these waves crashing into her heaving chest. There was like foam coming up from between them. Crash. And every 5 seconds she's adjusting, you know, and they're going. They're floating. She's wading out into the water. They're like floating on top of the water. The waves are coming. They're going up over her shoulders. I don't know what's going on. I can't take it anymore. Anyhow. We wind up getting back on the beer. I wrecked these cans of beer. You understand? Then I'm drinking my brother-in-law's beers. You understand? And I'm blasted. I'm hammered out of my skull at this point. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you want to know the coup de grace? I find a pack of cigarettes from last year in my beach chair. In a little zipper pack. I'm like, God almighty. This was like Clash of the Titans. When Perseus finds the helmet and the sword. Yeah, baby. I opened it up. I said, oh my God, imagine my good fortune. A pack of smokes. I pull them out. It was like, what sound in an RPG? Yeah, baby. Anyway, I fire up one of these cigarettes. I felt like I was smoking a campfire. You know, the tobacco was so dried out, I didn't even care. I was smoking them like 2 at a time. I know, because I gave my brother-in-law one and his friend, and they're like, what's wrong with these cigarettes? I'm like, oh, just smoke them, huh, buddy? I didn't tell them they were from last year. They're like, I see them doing this. They're like looking at the cigarette like, what? Anyhow. So I'm laying in my beach chair. My umbrella finally breaks. You understand? Yeah, it breaks basically. I'm trying to go to sleep and my umbrella snaps and basically cracks me in the head. Yeah, all the little things are broken. All the zip ties broke. I got duct tape. You got to see this umbrella. Anyhow, it finally collapses. So basically that's go time for me. I'm like, I have no protection from the sun. We got to go. We were there pretty late anyhow. So my wife says to me, we're having a barbecue, bip, bop, boop, when we go home. I said, all right. I said, we got to... Now I'm thinking to myself, for some reason I'm thinking about an Entenmann's marshmallow fudge cake. And in all my selfishness, I'm completely hammered. I'm like, we got to bring something to the party. My wife looks at me like, this is like, she never heard such a thing. We got to stop at a Dairy Barn. You know, so we go into Dairy Barn. I said, give me a marshmallow fudge cake. The best cake ever. That's all I could eat the whole fucking thing. Do you understand? So we roll into this barbecue. bip bap, but all I can think about is, all right, they're making food, yip yap. All I can think about is I want to annihilate this cake. All right. First thing I do when the cake hits the table, they rip it open. I'm like, how? What? And they start giving the cake to the kids before dinner, before the barbecue. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, this is complete lack of discipline, like lack of parental structure. They're divvying out cake to kids. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh. And what am I going to get up and say no? You can't do that? But that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh my God, my cake. These kids are eating my fucking cake. So I'm like, all right, calm down. I sit there, I eat something or whatnot, and then in comes the Dominican guy. You gotta understand something right now. You ready for this? Dominicans have a guy, okay? He's straight out of the campo, you understand? This is the farm. This guy kicks open the back fence. He's got a leather strap that goes down to like a leather, I don't know what this is. It's like a leather basket wrapped around a rum bottle. All right, there's a big rum bottle. It's got the Dominican flag emblazoned on it. You understand? Okay? He comes in. I mean, this guy looked like he had a few in his life. You understand? Sun beaten. He comes up to me, he goes, Mama Walla? And I'm like, sure. Now you gotta understand something. Marijuana is like, they take these roots, I don't know, like they look like pieces of wood. They're like roots to a plant or something like that. And they jam them in the bottle. I don't know what the whole process is. And then they pour rum. The whole bottle's full of this wood. And then they, like wood chips almost. And then they fill the bottle with rum. And then they empty out some of the rum or something like that. Add more rum. There's such a process. And a bottle of this can last for years, where they keep on adding rum to it, and it gets darker and darker, and the liquor draws out more of this marijuana. Okay? You gotta understand something. He gives me a shot of this stuff. Number one, it tastes like iodine. I'm like Shemp from the Three Stooges after I drink it. And then they always say the same thing to you. They go, hey, Poppy. And they go like this. Like it makes your dick hard. I don't know how many shots of this stuff I had. I'm still waiting. When's it going to happen? Yeah. So then there was that. And then inevitably, there's the niece that comes out with the bottle of, I got Patron. Yeah, I don't know what this whole Patron thing craze came about. Now nobody, let me tell you something right now. You want to bang down tequila with me? I'm in, but it better be Jose Cuervo. Okay? The cheap shit in the yellow bottle. You understand? This is where the party starts. Get your Patron out of here. Number one, tequila doesn't taste good. Never did. So what do I care? I can spend $100 a bottle? I got Patron. She comes out, like a velociraptor. Anyhow, banging down shots of Patron. I mean, I don't even know where my life is at this point. Things are spinning. Finally, the exhaustion kicks in. You understand? The type of exhaustion I can't even explain to you. Like, I start yawning at the party. I mean, I was like, the trees were going, like the tree branches were caving in on my mouth. You understand? Finally, my wife takes a look at me. She actually understands that I'm completely just annihilated, sleep-wise and alcohol-wise. Yeah. So she goes, why don't you go home? And I was like, okay. No cake, by the way. No cake, yes. Oh, by the way. Oh, no, Sylvia. Sylvia had a nice big piece of cake. Right? And you know what she says to me? From across the yard. Because she's got to do this. You understand? Yesy. Cakey too sweet. Yeah, it's cake. It's cake, Sylvia! Do you think that stopped it from wolfing it down? No. I felt like saying, what happened to Too Sweet? Huh? Okay, give it to me then. Give it to me, the guy that doesn't have any cake. Anyhow, I'm gonna go home. I go home, and I got news for you right now. Now I'm just lumbering home. The house is right around the corner from me. So now I'm in the streets lumbering. You know, you ever see that guy that's walking on his tiptoes drunk? Like back and forth, swirling and twirling? That was me walking home. It's you walk like a palm tree blowing in a hurricane. It's like you tip forward. I'm walking home. I get in the house, okay? Now the heat from the daytime, you know how it starts to get cooler at night? Well, not in the house. It's still got that heat from the daytime, from the sun beating down on the shingles. The house is 3 million degrees. It was like walking into a blast furnace. I said, oh my God. I knew I needed water before I went to bed, but I just couldn't do it. So I grabbed the fan from the living room. Yeah, we have fans littered around. They're like little robots. These standing fans. They remind me of the robot from Rocky 3, right? What was it, Rocky 3? You know how the robot would walk around like this with the head turning? Yeah, great effects in 1980. Anyhow, I put the fan in the room. I'm stumbling. It's dark. I'm stumbling to find the outlet. I'm trying to plug it in. I plug it in. We have a remote for the fan. I grab the remote. I lay in bed. And this is when it happens. I turn on the fan. Can you explain the oscillating fan to me, please? Please? This is communism. The oscillating fan is communism. It's like, oh, that feels good. Oh, where did it go? And then it comes back. Oh, that feels good. Oh, where did it go? Why am I sharing this fan with somebody? I don't get it. I'm laying in bed and it's blowing on me, then it's turning. I'm like, and it's blowing on me. I'm like, and then I'm like, I couldn't get up to turn it off. I couldn't get up. So I just fell asleep with that stress bomb of an oscillating fan. We're 40 minutes in. For Christ's sake, Callahan here, we got a long show. Oscillating fan and the paper straw. I don't know what's going on when I go to Taco Bell and I put this paper straw in my mouth. It's the most uncomfortable feeling. As soon as I lick my lips before I touch the paper straw sticking to my lips, I just feel like... There goes Rita. I feel like ripping the straw to shreds. Callahan, reporting for duty. Alright, we're scanning for crimes. Guys, we gotta get rid of these paper straws. Are we really? You never noticed that the paper straw is lined with plastic? What? And then the great thing about a plastic straw is you ever have, because they sell you these huge cups of soda now. They're this big. So you can't finish it all in one sitting. So sometimes you have some and then you leave it in the console of your car. You're on break from work, you get yourself that soda, and then when you come back to your car, like to leave for work, Now you got that ice cold soda in there. All the ice just melted, but it's still cold. You see the cup in the console sweating. You're like, oh, let me get another sip of that. And the fucking straw's disintegrated. You gotta put your mouth on it, and it goes right into the drink. Yeah, thank you, paper straws. Now roll the theme song for Christ's sake.
Try to see this, don't even bother. Grand Puba for those who came late. You try to step the list and I end up straight.
Oh yeah! Phil, this one's for you. Grand Puba. Okay, and Old Dirty Bastard too. That was a rude interruption. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, DJ. All right. Shut up already. All right, guys. Here we go. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? We went back to the garage sales. Yes, this is the first time going back to the garage sales, and I got news for you right now. Was I looking forward to it? No. They want you to wear masks. They're starting lines. They're trying to social distance everybody. They're squirting hand sanitizer at you. I'm like, I bought a cup of one thing here. The guy goes, "You want me to wipe it off with alcohol for you?" I'm like, no. Just give it to me, so I can get to my next fucking garage sale. I don't have time for this. For a mask at a garage sale? We walked. I parked my car far away from a garage sale because it was crowded. We walked up there, and I see everybody with the mask. I had to walk back to the car. You know what? What are you going to do? All right. First garage sale we went to. This guy had, young guy. Number one, I saw Nintendo tapes on the table. I said, oh my God, I haven't seen that in a while. He had Yoshi's Cookie out there. Simon's. Fucking Castlevania 2, for Christ's sake. Simon's Quest. Yoshi Cookie, I said that? Simon's Quest, and what was the other one? Pinball. Okay, games I already know we have. He had some N64 games out there. I asked him how much for the Nintendo tapes. He says to me,
I used to collect video games, so I actually am not gonna give them away for $1 each, but
instantly I was like, well, in my head I'm saying, well, I know I'm not buying video games here then, okay? He wanted like $10 for Castlevania 2. I'm like, that's not bad, but I'll leave it for the next guy. We got it. All right? He's $10. He wants basically $10 and $15 for these games. I'm like, I'm out of here. But anyway, and then I spot these two games in the box over there. And I said, I opened it up. I said, I've never seen that before.
this is so weird. I never saw this before.
I'm like, what the hell is that? And I said, how much you want for these? And he said,
I'll do the 2 for 15.
like, I said,
Did you take 10 for the 2? Okay.
I paid 10 for the 2 strictly out of curiosity, and so that we could, discover this stuff together. So yes, very, very interesting. Here we go. I saw Radio Shack TRS-80. Okay, I didn't know what the TRS-80 was. Right? Isn't that the Tandy? Tandy TRS-80? Computer? From like 80s, early 80s, we're talking like 81, 82, right? 80? Early computer. So, I looked this thing, I did a little research on this computer system, just watching. 31-year-old female, abdominal pain. Nothing's wrong with you at 31. That's number one. Take a shit. Honestly, people don't know. They don't even know. Take a shit. All right? You got gas. Anyhow, here we go. Just let me talk to her on the phone. I tell her right now, take a shit. Grow up and take a shit. Stop calling the ambulance. You think they got nothing better to do? You got a little abdominal pain. Take a shit. Okay, so here we go. The first one here is, look at this cartridge. Neato little cartridge. Monster Maze. Okay? Which I come to find out, what a neat little computer system. It had color and like monochrome games. Monochrome, black and white. Every time I see video, it's monochrome. I guess I'm watching them through the computer monitor. But, yes, basically Berserk. This machine has a very arcadey feel because it has some of the games have intro music, this is like 80. Can you even imagine? I can't even imagine what this computer must have cost back then. Yeah. So we're talking about 1980. You're getting voice. How exciting! Yeah, you take it for granted now. A lot of these games have voice in them and have this very arcadey feel to them. So this is an exciting little computer at the time, I imagine. I didn't know anybody with it. But this is basically computers to the Atari. This was like a leap over the Atari, I think. Yeah, some of these were really impressive. Some of these games, I thought, what a cool system. And here's another one. Yeah, oh yeah, shooting gallery. Shooting gallery, nice little cartridge here with a nice protection system on it. Look at that. What does that do? It rolls up and out of the way. Oh, how nice. Look at how that works. Great. Look at how clean. Look at how clean the contacts are. Thank you for that cover, engineers. Thank you for that cover. Yeah, shooting gallery, not much different than Carnival. Yes, it's a whole bunch of basically rebranded arcades. It's pretty interesting to see. Like the names, it's just a bunch of, they robbed all the arcades as far as I know. Donkey Kong, you name it. Anywhere in the box. What am I going to do? Am I going to walk away from that? I never saw these before. So cool. So very cool. I love it. I really do. Oh, it's hot in here. Yeah. So there we go. So we go to the next sale, okay? And guys, what am I going to tell you? I don't know. I go to the sale. This guy's got a bunch of Wii stuff out on the front lawn, and I know I'm embarrassed. It's Dance Dance Revolution 2 on the Wii. But guys, the freaking thing is sealed. It's sealed. I don't know what so I saw it, and then I walked away from it. I went back to my car and I said, you know what? The damn thing's... I saw the Konami thing on the side here from my car, and I went back out there and I said, how much you want for it? And the guy said, $5. And I'm like, $5? What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do? I said, it's sealed though. I don't know. So he had a bunch of other stuff there, and we bundled it all together for $20. And the only reason why I got this stuff is because it was sealed. I mean, what are you going to do? Shrek. Angry Bird Star Wars. I mean, then there was some sealed DS games here. Kung Fu Panda 2. And Lego Star Wars 3. This is like, I don't know. I said I just needed... This was more of presenting something on the show. But it's just depressing. This Dance Dance Revolution thing, to me, is like... It's like guys that take playing Guitar Hero serious. Like they're actually playing the guitar. You ever see these tournaments? They're so into it. I'm playing the guitar. No, you're not. And with all the time that you put into this dumb game, you could actually be playing guitar and getting laid with it. I got news for you right now. You want to get laid? Play guitar. Play guitar. If I could go back to freaking Rattlehead Bithead 1000 when he's like 11 years old, I'd grab me by the top of the hair and just start slapping me. Play guitar! And if you don't play guitar, I'm going to come back and beat you up even more. I don't care. Scratch and do whatever you got to do to get a guitar. It'll come your way. Just learn how to play guitar. Okay? And don't let your hair fall out, you dummy. I don't know what you got to do. Put some avocados in your head or something. Here we go. Oh, and it came with these... The Skylanders. They're unopened. I just feel like taking this whole stack and throwing it right in the trash. Alright, is this what we're doing shows about now? I don't know. But we made up for it at the next estate sale. And this was like an old person's estate sale. You understand? You could tell. So whoever lived in this house dropped dead. An estate sale is probably one of the most depressing things you can go to, because you realize like the mother or father, somebody died, so that the kids had to come from like North Carolina or Florida because they're living in a place that's not in hell, and they come up and they got to sell this house. So they gotta take a weekend to get rid of everything. So it's just basically like, get rid of all of mom and dad's crap. So I'm looking around, and there's some interesting stuff. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I'm upstairs. I'm looking on this shelf. And I see this stack of books. Okay? Guys, what are we talking about here? Prostitution around the world, oral love, loose women around the world, the sex atlas, sex facts for men, our method of gentle massage, sex facts for women, Ishka, cunnilingus and fellatio, 10 lessons in sex technique, a photographic manual of sexual intercourse. I'm in! So I said, oh my God, I know my angle with this. Because the woman running this whole estate sale was like, she was in the 70s. You could tell. She's got the fanny pack on with all the money in it. You know, she's walking around with the visor on. Why the visor? They all have the visor with the money bag. I don't know. So here we go. So what I do is I take fellatio and cunnilingus and the photographic manual of sexual intercourse and I put it right on top. And I say like this to her. Oh, this is... I say, excuse me, how much for these? And she takes one look at them. She's like, she didn't know these were even in the house. You understand? And there's all sorts of thoughts going through her head now. She's like, is this what, Marty and Sophia were like banging to? All right? They have sex manuals and whatnot. She's like, her eyes got like saucer dishes. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how much? What I should have said is I should have said out loud so everybody can. How much for the sex books? How much for Marty's sex books? How much for cunnilingus and fellatio? Sex. Excuse me. How much for prostitution around the world? So now I see the look on her face, and she just wants this away. It's like, go away. Go away. She goes, $1. As I'm pulling out the dollar, and I go like this to her. I say, I'm hoping I can learn something. And she was like, so guys, I get these books home. And I thumbed through one of them. I got to tell you something right now. This is the greatest thing of all. Look at this, sex facts for women. I'm in. What do we got here? This is from, look at, published Broadway, New York City, from 1937. Ah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at those fallopian tubes. Hashka. Oh, yeah. Organs. Yes, reproduction. The psychology of sex. Ah, pregnancy. I'm in. All right, listen. Look at this. I love this guy, this fucking creep on the... Come here, honey. Let me explain to you about sex. Reach under the desk, please. Okay? That's the glans medius. Yeah, I love how they have... This is what cracked me up. What I said to my wife, like I'm showing her these books, and I'm like, yeah, it's like in health class, how the health teacher used to tell us that the end of the cockhead was the glans medius. And I start laughing. And she's like, why do you find that funny? And I said, honey, let me ask you something right now. Do you think when the health teacher went home and had sex with his wife, you think he was like, yeah, come on, suck on that glans medius? That's why it's so ridiculous. Because even the most professional professor, when he gets at home with his wife, he's like, yeah, come on, suck on the end of that cockhead. But I thought it was the glans medius. No. Can I teach health class, please? Yeah. This is the cockhead, and this is the hole where the cum comes out. Got it, kids? So this is what I don't understand. Okay, here we go. We got loose women throughout the world. Let's just crack it open. But there is no danger in the Persian garden where everyone is adequately protected. Each client has a special name or play name. Should a client come with a camera, he will be barred forever. It is a mutual assistance kind of relationship, which helps to decrease the possibilities of blackmail. Where is this place? I'm in! They have rules and they abide by them. In the garden of playful Horus, the secret of a man's real name is sacred. His only identity is his ability as a lover. For girls, discuss their unknown clients between interludes, analyzing their virtue as lovers and spenders. There are 20 girls, 20 pools, 20 groves, and 20 bedrooms in the Persian garden. It's a fucking paradise. It's a fucking paradise. I mean, guys, who doesn't want to learn about a little cunnilingus from 1967? Oh yeah, look at her with a banana in her mouth. Oh, I'm in. Oh. Nervous? Oh, she was nervous like Nellie. We followed the script of her letter with drinks and dancing and turning the lights down low. It was wild. She kissed like she really meant it, hugging close and twisting lips and swapping tongues. She was a hot one. I was in bliss. This was like a dream, something you read about. You don't find a girl like... Oh, let's fast forward. Bing, bang, boom. Very clear indication. Conflict that surrounds the origential fantasy wish in many cases. The urge to suck was strongly established in Sybil, yet she could not bring herself to fillet men. The urge to suck. Yes, subconsciously she could not tear herself away from the idea that a mouthful of genitalia was dirty, sinful, and abnormal. So here we go, and I gotta tell you something right now. Yes, the Sex Atlas. What's going on here? Oh, we're going all over the place. Yes, foreskin, prostate. I mean, I'm willing to learn. You're never too old to learn. Look at that. There's a fresh log in there. Hey, listen, guys. 10 lessons and sex techniques. Gland functions. Keep marriage beautiful. Oh, let's read this one. Yeah, let's read this one from what? 1961. How do you keep sensible respect for each other's rights, maintaining the romance marriage? Both of these considerations make it necessary for a husband and wife to avoid making their relationship dull and ugly. Yeah, too late. A mutual regard for each other's modesty, so that crude display of the body is never made tastelessly and indiscriminately. This will preserve the mystery of mutual attraction. The charm of favors granted. Husband and wife should not engage in evacuation or urination in each other's presence. Oh my God! I've been evacuation. I've been telling my wife this for years. She leaves the bathroom door open. God bless this manual. Or otherwise dull their tastes with careless nudity when sexual relations are not thought of. Yes! Many think it's wise to have separate rooms for husband and wife where possible. Thus, they say, each intercourse is sued for and romance heightened. Did you ever think about that? You fucking slobs, you pack together like mules in a bed at night? Separate beds, separate bedrooms. And then the intercourse time is even that more intense. Did you ever stop to think? No, everybody's got to be mashed together like hippies. Oh. The cleanliness and dainty habits of a wife, especially as regards the products of menstrual flow, can have a great effect on sexual abilities of the husband, even to the extent of destroying them completely when misused. Sex and romantic love are delicate instruments, but their proper care and nourishment form the only possible basis for true joyous marriage. Why marriages fail? All right, we can go on and on. We're going to find out why. Quarrels between husband and wife based upon failure by one or the other to recognize the truth of the above statements as to the importance of the sexual factor and sexual knowledge is one of the chief causes of failure in modern marriages. Another is the stubborn, ignorant refusal of men. Who wrote this? Abroad? Of men to recognize the sexual needs and possibilities of their wives and their insistence on a brutal and meaningless routine of intercourse for their own satisfaction. Guilty! All right. But here we go. This is not the point of this whole thing. I love, this is great. What a great manual. Here we go. Craving, wait, here we go. Frigidity, impotence, and sterility. Frigidity. Yes. Boy, oh boy. Let's go to premature ejaculation. The most common form which male impotence might take is in premature ejaculation, when the orgasm occurs and the semen is expelled before the man is ready for it. Before the woman is ready for it. Let's face it. The man's ready for it. It's happening. Come on. Come on. Give me a break. There's nothing wrong with premature ejaculation. It's normal. A woman should feel like it's a tremendous compliment. I got a news for you. Post-mature ejaculation's the problem. Do you think people were designed to have sex for hours on end? Please, you're supposed to run up, watch the animals in the zoo. Somewhere. You run up, you get in there, you get out. This is the whole meaning. All right. Okay, seemingly spelled before the man, and before he has succeeded in giving the woman an orgasm. This may occur even before he has inserted his penis into her vagina. You got a whole nother set of problems if that's going on there, buddy. Any of the above mentioned causes of fear, self-doubt, guilt feeling, bap, 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 bap. Zip, zap, zip, zap, zip. That beep bop. Oh, all right. But that's the important one here is the photographic manual, okay? Because the only thing I could think of to myself is Billy's position is in here. I know it is. This is all photographed. I turned to the page. I can't make this up, guys. I turned to the page and it's the exact position that Billy was talking about. I swear to God. I'm not lying to you. This is why I know this show is on divine rails by God. Do you understand? I opened to the page. Here it is. I gotta cover up a tats. That's the position. Huh. Okay? That's the position right there that Billy talked about. You gotta put he used to tell me, you gotta put baby oil on your thighs. You put baby oil on her thighs. You're going in and out like this, like a rocking chair. I was like, huh? What? What is it called? It's female legs along male biceps or sometimes upon male shoulders. That's the move. That's Billy's move. Oh my God, look at this. I haven't ever seen such white people in my life. What are they trying to start a fire here? Holy, look at these positions. I'm in. Oh yeah, that one, they look like they're both having a good time here. Yeah, look at this one. Yeah, they're having a great time. Oh, please. You think they could have got he could have got a tan on his ass before they did this photo shoot. Okay, but this is the hilarious part. My God. This is great. Wait a second. Okay, this is the one I wanted to see. Here we go. Let me cover up a tats. Here we go. It's doggy style. Okay? It's standing posterior dominant position. Honey, you know what I want to do to you tonight? I want to get you in standing posterior dominant position. Oh yeah, that really gets the juices flowing. Look at this one. This is called dejected. Look at this. This position I called you've been married for 90 years. Look at the face on him. Couldn't smile? This is the greatest book of all time. My God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got to get his face in there, too? I'm sure with all the lights on. and all the sweat happening here. Who agreed to do the photos of this book? Can you imagine how old that woman is now? Let's see. She's got to be in a... Let's see. She's got to be like late 20s here, right? 1969. How ironic. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. She's an old broad now. They're looking at, hey, Grandma, that was you getting railed in that book? Look, look, Grandma, they got you in Billy's position. What position is this? Oh, guys, I wish I could show this. I wish we lived in an adult world. Guys, anyhow. Do you realize that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time.